Today, I'm going to be rebuilding the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2003 before they drafted LeBron James. They were tied with the Denver Nuggets for the worst record in the NBA during the 2003 season. They went 17-65. This team was headlined by Big Z, Ricky Davis, and a young Carlos Boozer. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? We are going to be doing our first Kobe era rebuild in NBA 2K25. I'm taking control of the worst team in the league, the team that ended up getting a generational superstar in the 2003 draft, the Cavs. But I'm going to make one challenge for me today. I'm not allowed to draft LeBron. No matter how bad we are, no matter if we win the lottery, I can't take this 17-year-old out of St. Vincent Mary's High School in Akron, Ohio. We're going to have to pivot to Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony, Chris Bosh, or maybe Darko Milicic, who went second overall. I mean, there are some building blocks on this team. Like, we do have the front court kind of figured out. You have Big Z, Jonas Agelskis. It's been a minute since I've had to say his name. You have Ricky Davis, a wing. He's just 23 years old, first rounder in 98. You have Carlos Boozer, who is a recent second rounder. Cleveland did a great job finding him. You have Darius Miles, who didn't really work out as the third overall pick in Los Angeles. We'll see if he works out here. You have Jermaine Jones, Tyrone Hill, Dazana Diop, Chris Mim. Yeah, there's not a lot to get excited about. Smush Partner, DeJuan Wagner. At least we got some real players in here. So this team is going to be played a lot by Bimbo Coles, who is our starting point guard. You have Ricky Davis, Jermaine Jones, Carlos Boozer, and Big Z in the starting five, with Darius Miles being the sixth man. And yeah, this team is just not going to be very good this season. We're probably going to be at the bottom of the NBA. Just looking at some of these contracts right now, Tyrone Hill is a free agent after this year, and also Carlos Boozer. So unless I'm drafting like Chris Bosh, I'm probably bringing back Boozer. And there's currently just 29 teams in the NBA right now. We currently don't have the Vancouver Memphis Grizzlies. Week 1 or opening night, we may pick up a win to start off the year. We may go undefeated, as Hedo Turkoglu is going to miss that. Nice defense there by Carlos Boozer. All right, so we have a very slow style of play back then. Look at some of these fits these players have. Carlos Boozer, mid-range jumper. That is good. He's going to knock that down. He's got 8 and 15 in this one. Chris Webber does have 21 and 12 going up against them. Hey, we may pick up the win, even though we should be tanking. But I will also allow myself, if I get the #1 overall pick, to trade down. Oh, that is just terrible defense by us. We get a nice miss right there. Rebounded by, I'm not even sure that's Jones. Kick it up to Miles. Let's see what Darius Miles can do inside. Spin move. He's not, oh, he kind of got his man in the air. But if I do get the #1 overall pick, I'm going to allow myself to trade down. So we could get a nice package and then still take Chris Bosh or Carmelo Anthony. How are we missing that Tyrone Hill? Please finish. Are you kidding me? Come on, dude. If you weren't 7 feet tall, you'd be at McDonald's flipping burgers. And Scott Pollard is just way too big. Scott Pollard with 1T. I remember him. All right, Hill, just cherry pick and get down the floor. Oh my God, you were so bad. Oh my God, Tyrone Hill may be the worst player ever. Luckily, we're fouled. It's not going to tell me anywhere, though. That was weird. He does hit his free throws, though. Okay, shooting 25% from the field on opening night. Oh, it's going to be a long season. We start off the season with the dub, which is huge. We may not get many of those this season. We ended up losing to the Clippers by to a younger Lamar Odom and Quentin Richardson by 13 in the second game. Ricky Davis did have 32 points in this one. We ended up beating the Lakers here. That is kind of a shocker. We beat Kobe, Shaq, Derek Fisher. Ricky Davis had 25 and 11 in this one. All right, we start off the season 3-4. I mean, this hasn't been the worst team in the world. We're definitely on a higher win pace than 17 games this year. As Big Z, you are 7'3". How are you shooting 33% from the field? All right, maybe I spoke too soon. We are currently 5-13. We have not been doing too well. Oh man, the NBA logos back then used to be so much better than they are today. Maybe it's nostalgia for me. I don't know, but every one of these logos are kind of better than today's for almost every team. The Cavs, I wouldn't say that the Cavs today is better. I mean, it's just a C. This one isn't great, but the one in between, where it was like LeBron's Cavs first stint, that one was the best. So through the first 18 games, Ricky Davis is averaging 22.5 points. Well, he's getting paid about $5 million a year, which is a lot for back then. So, you know what? He's locked up, which is nice. He's part of the young core with Boozer and Big Z. And we are currently 7-33 through the team's first 40 games this year. It has not been pretty. Carlos Boozer is shooting 39% from the field, but we're going to try to develop him. Jermaine Jones hasn't been great either. 32% from the field, 29% from 3. There's Bimbo Coles. Oh my God, the efficiency for some of these guys. guys have been disgusting. Allen Iverson is currently averaging 34.9 points per game. You have Kobe Bryant at 34.8. T-Mac is the other guy above 30 points per game. This was the Tim Duncan MVP season. He's averaging 26 points and 14.5 rebounds. Oh my God. Ben Wallace is averaging 16.5 boards. Assists, Jason Kidd is averaging 10. 29-year-old Jason Kidd. I would love to get Jason Kidd on my team, so maybe he's somebody we could target in this video. Is he a free agent at the end of the year? I mean, I'm down to just give him all my cap space. Like, we'll give Jason Kidd some money. Maybe him and Dwayne Wade could be our backcourt going forward. Ron Artest is leading the league in steals, and blocks goes to Ben Wallace. All right, so we are at the trade deadline. We won the game right before it. We are 10-36. Unreal. There's Tracy McGrady, who's averaging 31.5 points. Yeah, unreal season from him. Grant Hill, not as good. It looks like he's fallen off just a tad bit. You have Darnell Armstrong there and a very young Mike Miller. But yeah, here are the top all-star getters. You have Stephon Marbury, yeah, killing it in Phoenix. Gary Payton still with the Supersonics. Steve Francis with the Rockets. Steve Nash, Gilbert Arenas, John Stockton. Obviously, all led by Kobe Bryant. Front court is led by Tim Duncan, KG, and Shaq. In the East, you have T-Mac, AI, and Kidd in the backcourt. And Pierce, Michael Jordan, who's 39, and Jermaine O'Neal in the front court. So Boozer is a free agent at the end of the year. I'm not sure how much he's going to be demanding for. So I wonder if I should just try to sell high on him right now. I could acquire a 33-year-old Sam Cassell and set the franchise back a couple years. All right, so I'm going to move Tyrone Hill to the Pistons for their 2005 unprotected first-round pick. And this Rebraka guy who is making $8 million left on his contract. I'll have to pay him around $4 million next year. But Tyrone Hill, we weren't going to bring back in free agency. So at least I got a first-round pick for him. And Tim Duncan, like he does in 2003, wins the MVP award. Yao Ming is your Rookie of the Year. He was also the Rookie of the Year back in 2003. I lied, actually. That was Amari Stoudemire. He was the Rookie of the Year. You have Bobby Jackson, Sixth Man of the Year. Ben Wallace winning DPOY. Ricky Davis, most improved. All right, at least we got something. He was really good for us. 24 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, shot 45 from the field, 45 from 3. All right, we have a building block right there. Phil Jackson was your Coach of the Year. Here's All-NBA first team with Kobe, AI, Duncan, KG, and Shaq. All these guys won MVPs at least at one point in their career. Hopefully, Jason Kidd makes it to free agency because that would be the nice point guard addition to a team that desperately needs a point guard, and we haven't had a good one since Mark Price. And obviously, we are not going to be in the playoffs this year. Did we finish with the worst record in the NBA? We finished with 19 wins, so 2 more than the Cavs got in real life. By far the worst team in the league. Okay, no, I lied. The Memphis Grizzlies were not the expansion team. That would be the New Orleans Pelicans. Okay, yeah, I got that wrong before. So just kind of going through the roster, I'm not sure who's going to be, like, definitely on this team next year. I mean, it's probably going to be Ricky Davis. It could be Big C, unless I try trading him, but he's due a lot of money. We might not even have cap space for Jason Kidd. Darius Miles could be back next year. I don't mind him. Boozer, it might be a sign and trade if we bring him back. Smush Parker, probably not. Jermaine Jones, probably not. Like, we're going to definitely be active on the phone this offseason. And the winner of the 2003 finals, this went to the San Antonio Spurs in real life. This time it goes to the Philadelphia 76ers, and Allen Iverson wins finals MVP a few years after losing it to the LA Lakers. Yeah, all right, so he gets a ring. He joined Shaq as the most recent finals MVP winners. Player retirements, you have Charles Oakley, Knicks legend, Kevin Willis, Scottie Pippen, Bulls legend, Avery Johnson, Steve Kerr, Michael Jordan, definitely some notable names. 3 guys from the 90s Bulls, and Kerr, Pippen, and MJ all retire. Jordan and Pippen head to the Hall of Fame, and both of them get their jerseys retired by the Chicago Bulls. So we are going to have a new branding, it looks like. As you can see, the new logo in the top right. This is definitely the best Cavs logo. They should have kept it. And here we are, the 2003 draft lottery. We know that the Cavs got the first pick. The Pistons got the second pick. And I forgot that that Pistons second overall pick was not from them. It was from Memphis or Vancouver at the time. All right, so the Nuggets end up with the 8th overall pick, so they're probably not getting Carmelo Anthony. You have the Bulls at number 7. Also, the Heat are picking 10th, so Dwayne Wade will definitely not be on the Miami Heat. The Hornets are picking at number 6. Do not drop me to 5. Okay, the Pistons drop from, I think, 2 or 3 to 5. Let's see. Are we going to drop to 4? The New York Knicks are in the top 4, and 4 does go to the Knicks. Here we go. The top 3. Please give me... All right. Oh, no. We fall to 3. Okay, so I'm not even going to have a chance of taking LeBron. At least I'm guaranteed one of the big 4 in... Well, not LeBron, but guaranteed Wade, Melo, or Bosh, as the number 1 overall pick is going to go to the Atlanta Hawks. That is insane. You have the Orlando Magic number 2, Cavs at 3, Pistons are 5, and the Knicks at 4. So our head coach is Ralph Chamberlain at this time. We could see if there's anybody else. We could go after Rick Adelman. We could probably use a new head coach. I mean, could we somehow steal Pop from the Spurs? Why would he want to come here? I'll offer Rick Adelman a deal. And we do get Rick Adelman to be the next Cavs head coach. So we are here at the 2003 draft. The mocks have LeBron going number 1 to Atlanta. Melo number 2. I will not be taking Kirk Hinrich. At 3, it's probably going to be Wade or Bosh. We got to figure out kind of who we want on this team going forward. We're going to be doing a nice salary dump trade here. We're going to be giving Michael Stewart and this Rebraca guy that we got to the San Antonio Spurs. Now, I'm going to be giving them the 31st overall pick, so I'm giving them a nice draft pick to get off of this money. We're going to be getting a much probably later second round pick next year for the Spurs to take on about $8 million from us. All right, so let's start the 2003 draft. The number 1 overall pick is LeBron James. He is a member now of the Atlanta Hawks. Let's see who the Magic take at number 2. Is it going to be one of the big 3 left? Yes, Carmelo Anthony is on the Magic. So now we got to decide, do we want Chris Bosh or do we want Dwayne Wade? And I think I'm going to go with Dwayne Wade. He was a better player all time than Chris Bosh. Now we have our wings next year, in my opinion. Dwayne Wade at the 2, Ricky Davis at the 3. We have Big Z at the 5 right now. All right, we have somewhat of a foundation here in Cleveland as Chris Bosh goes to the Knicks at number 4. You saw Michael Pietrus go number 5 to the Detroit Pistons, TJ Ford 8 to the Denver Nuggets, Kirk Hinrich number 10 to the Miami Heat. So yeah, Dwayne Wade is now a member of the Cleveland Cavaliers, you know, closer to Marquette than what Miami ended up being. So free agency time. Jason Kidd is here, but unfortunately he's the top free agent out there. He has one real offer, and it's from the Nets. So, yeah, we can't even afford Jason Kidd. That dream is over. So, how much is Carlos Boozer asking for? $11 million a year. Yeah, I think that era is done. Damn, I really should have traded him at the deadline. That's unfortunate. So, I'm going to sign Clifford Robinson to replace him. He's most likely going to be a trade candidate at the deadline. And I can't even afford Carlos Boozer to do a sign and trade. Great. So I'm going to get Eric Strickland here on a 1-year deal. I'm hopefully... I thought I was going to get Memento Core. Damn, he signs with the New Jersey Nets. That would have been a great pickup. Jason Kidd goes back to the Nets as Jermaine O'Neal leaves Indiana, go to Utah, as Reggie Miller leaves Indiana as well. Their team is falling apart. He goes to the Clippers, Sean Marion to the Nuggets, and I'm going to sign John Solomons here. So did Carlos Boozer get signed yet? He did not. And I thought maybe we could have made this team a little bit more exciting next year. I'm not sure if we will, but we should be a little bit better, at least with Ricky Davis at the 3, Dwayne Wade at the 2. We still need a point guard, so maybe I'm going to make a trade. And that's going to be for Speedy Claxton from the Washington Wizards. We're going to be taking on him and Jahidi White for DeJuan Wagner and Jermaine Jones. I don't love taking on White's money, which I think I have to do, unfortunately. Unless I could do Jermaine Jones for Speedy Claxton, which I would actually do. There to counter with Clifford Robinson for Christian Laettner. I don't really want to pay Laettner after this year anyway. So we could do Bimbo Coles for White. That's annoying. I don't really want to do that. All right, so I'm going to do this trade with the New Orleans Hornets. It's going to be a lot better for us. We're going to be getting Antonio Daniels for Wagner and Jones, and I'm getting a top 3 protected first-round pick next year. Daniels can also play a little bit of point guard as well. I think he's going to start for us next year at the 1. But we also signed Eric Strickland in free agency, but I think I may go with Daniels as the starting point guard. So we're probably going to run out somewhat of a 9-man rotation, maybe a 10-man next year if we want to give Solomon some minutes. So he can maybe get like 10 minutes. Yes, Darius Miles is going to be the 6th man next year. Antonio Daniels, probably 25 minutes. We're going to play Dwayne Wade a ton. We're going to play Ricky Davis a ton. Clifford Robinson's going to play a lot, so hopefully he gets his trade value up. And Big Z's going to get a ton of minutes as well. So under our new head coach, Rick Adelman, balance is going to be 3 stars, which isn't too bad. We started off the season against the Denver Nuggets at home, and we ended up losing by 12. Dwayne Wade did have 20. Big Z had 20, but maybe we're going to be picking in the lottery again next year. And thankfully, we do own our first-round pick, so I don't have to worry about losing it, which would suck because we're starting off 0-3. There is, I wouldn't say a generational center, but an elite center prospect in the 2004 draft by the name of Dwight Howard. I would love to get him if I actually can land the number 1 overall pick, as we just started off 0-4. Yeah, this has not been great. Dwayne Wade has been real solid for us so far throughout his career, although it is just 4 games, but I'm probably going to end up moving Clifford Robinson at the deadline, probably going to move Darius Miles as well. Yeah, this season has not been going too well for us. We really are the worst team in the Kobe era, as we are 14-30 right now. The Nets, who were able, I believe, to re-sign Jason Kidd. Yeah, that's a good team, man. Kenyon Martin, former number 1 overall pick. They're at the top of the East. Then you got Milwaukee with Sam Cassell, Ray Allen, Michael Redd, Tim Thomas. Washington is doing just fine without Michael Jordan. And the top team in the West, you obviously have the LA Lakers with Shaq and Kobe. And then you have Utah with a very old John Stockton. And then you have Jermaine O'Neal and Andre Kirilenko. Also, Milwaukee has Atlanta's unprotected first-round pick, and they're trying to win the NBA Finals. So we're going to be sending them Clifford Robinson and Darius Miles, who's a lot better than what Tony Kukoc is now. He's 35 years old. He's shooting 37 from the field and 29% from three. But we're going to land a very nice draft pick in this 2004 draft. So we may have a chance to have two different opportunities on getting Dwight Howard, because we're right there, third worst team in the league. And then you have the Hawks, who are the seventh worst team in the league. And after this trade, I don't really know who's part of our future plans outside of, I guess, Ricky Davis, Dwayne Wade, and Big Z. I would like to have somewhat of a foundation. I think Antonio Daniels could definitely be in that. He is shooting the ball well, 38% from three, 3.5 assists a night. Eric Strickland hasn't been great for us. Kukoc will be gone. I even think there's a Big Z trade that could be on the horizon this offseason, especially if we land Dwight Howard in the draft. And Kobe Bryant wins the 2004 MVP award. He averaged 34 points, 7.7 rebounds, 6.1 assists on good efficiency, 53, 38, 82 splits. Rookie of the Year goes to the #1 overall pick, LeBron James, who just put up 21.5 points. His smile looks off in this. I don't know why. 6 rebounds, 6.5 assists, 2 steals, and 2.3 blocks. Did he win Depoy? Oh my God, the Nets have 2 good point guards. All right, I may have to trade for Andre Miller this offseason, honestly. Ben Wallace ended up winning Depoy. 1.5 steals, 3.1 blocks, shot 34% from the field. What? Tayshaun Prince, most improved. Phil Jackson wins Coach of the Year again. Chris Webber is now on All-NBA first team as a 31-year-old. Here is All-NBA second team. You do have Jason Kidd, Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, who's just 25. And here's third team with Tony Parker, Gilbert Arenas, LeBron, Elton Brand, and Ben Wallace. So LeBron did not get all defensive first team in his rookie season, but Dwayne Wade got all defensive second team. Okay. He shot 40% from three, 50% from the field, 1.7 steals, 1.5 blocks, 17.5 points, 5.7 assists. He could be our point guard for us. Honestly, he's on all rookie first team. Hey, maybe I just got to find the Shaq a little bit closer, like how Shaq was to Dwayne Wade for the 2006 Heat team, because then we may be cooking and we may have a title team. I don't think that's going to be Big Z. Ricky Davis with another efficient season. I feel there is no reason to move on from him. He's 24 years old, making around $4.5 million a year. It's not bad whatsoever, but I think Daniels, Wade, and Davis are the only locks for next year. Daniels was a nice pickup. I think Big Z could be traded. I'm excited to have multiple first-round picks because this team definitely needs the young depth. So you can kind of see who's advanced so far in the playoffs. I just wanted to take a look at the league leaders. Kobe led the NBA in scoring. Him and AI, the only 2 guys above 30 points per game. Rebounds per game, Ben Wallace is in his own tier. Oh my God, 16 a night. And assists per game, you got Jason Kidd and Jason Williams, White Chocolate. So in the NBA Finals, you have the Lakers beating the Nets for the second time in the last 3 years. Kobe Bryant wins MVP and Finals MVP in the same season. And there goes Karl Malone and John Stockton. They both retire. They're going to make it to the Hall of Fame. Clifford Robinson retires. The Bucks did not make it to the NBA Finals with making that win now move trade with us. Malone and Stockton head to the Hall of Fame together. Both of them get their jerseys retired by the Utah Jazz. We're going to add the Charlotte Bobcats as an expansion team. So, yeah, we're going to have to lose somebody in the expansion draft. Draft lottery time. Hopefully, they don't bump us down in the lottery. We are projected the #1 pick. Wait, no way! Wait, the Hawks made the playoffs. Oh my God, that stinks. All right, well, they were like projected the 7th or 8th pick when I made that trade, and they made the playoffs. Damn, that hurts a little bit for us. All right, so here we go. We're about to enter the top 5. Hopefully, we don't drop from 1 to 5. Last year, we dropped from 1 to 3 in the lottery. So for the second straight year as the worst team in the league, we don't drop to 5. The Heat have moved into the top 4. Does that mean the Bobcats automatically get 4? Okay, so the Bobcats have number 4. Let's hope that we land in the top 2. I would love Dwight Howard. We don't get number 3. Okay, so I think it's between us and the Heat. Come on, or the Knicks. I don't know what's going on here. It's the Heat. Okay, so the Heat get number 2. They kind of faked me out there. That means we win the lottery. Let's go. We have a chance. Well, we now have the chance, yeah, to add Dwight Howard to a team with Dwayne Wade. The Hornets have the 15th pick. Why did I think I got Atlanta's first rounder? I don't know. Oh, I did get Atlanta's first rounder. Duh, it's at 18. That New Orleans pick was a trade we made last offseason. So I have 1, 15, and 18 in this 2004 draft. So we're going to have to leave somebody unprotected. Yeah, this is an easy decision. Honestly, we could save a little bit of money with Chris Mim, but I don't mind him as my backup center. So yeah, Palacio, 807,000. I want to keep Daniels. Maybe John Salmons. It's only $1 million a year. Yeah, you know what? It'll be Palacio. He can get drafted. Wow, this Bobcats roster may look rough. Chris Wilcox was the #1 pick. Ty Lue at 27. Yeah, this is going to be one of the worst teams in the league. Oh my God. If you want to see me do like an expansion Bobcats rebuild, let me know by dropping a thumbs up on this video. And we are here with the #1 overall pick in 2004. This is going to be an easy selection. We're not going to take Emeka Okafor out of UConn. We're going to be taking Dwight Howard out of an Atlanta high school. So the second overall pick was actually Luol Deng. Emeka Okafor went to the Bobcats at 4, a team he was originally on. And I'm going to snag another player out of high school joining Dwight Howard and J.R. Smith, who eventually ended up being a Cleveland Cavalier later in his career. There goes Kevin Martin. I wanted to draft him, and the Celtics are going to take Anderson Varejao. So I'm going to take Josh Smith, a third high school player here with the 18th overall pick. Hopefully Rick Adelman is ready to coach a bunch of teenagers. And yeah, Emeka Okafor is actually 1 overall higher than Dwight, but Dwight is 3 years younger. So let's sign Dwight, J.R. Smith, Josh Smith. We got 2 J. Smiths in the draft. I'm not going to sign Floyd Banks, who we got in the second round. Hopefully we have some cap space. We could potentially if we move on from Big Z, because now that we have Dwight Howard, we probably should. And Pau Gasol is here. That's interesting. All right, so it is tough that Big Z is making a lot of money. I could pick up a couple guys here. I mean, getting Lamar Odom only saves around $4 million. So this is one of the best like salary saving trades. I can get Alvin Williams in a future first round pick. So that's basically Alvin Williams and Pau Gasol, or would I rather just have Shane Battier, but I got to pay Robert Archibald $7 million. So I think I'm going to get Alvin Williams. Now, I may flip him, but I'm going to get a 2005 unprotected first round pick from the Raptors. They're going to be getting Big Z. And then I think we're going to allocate those funds to trying to sign Pau Gasol. And look at Carlos Boozer. He had a good year with the Clippers last year. He is up to an 84 overall. He now wants less money. Why is he restricted now in free agency, but he wasn't last year for me? So I could sign Steve Nash, which would be elite, but we barely would have the money. Yeah, I think it would probably be more likely to sign Pau Gasol. So let's get Pau Gasol, 4 years, $40 million. Trying to leave, he's going to leave Memphis to hopefully come to Cleveland, and we are going to sign Pau. Let's go. We're going to have a Pau Gasol, Dwight Howard frontcourt. That's exciting. So right now at point guard, we have Alvin Williams and Antonio Daniels. We have Dwayne Wade. We have Ricky Davis, John Salmons, J.R. Smith at the wing spots. We have Pau Gasol and Josh Smith. And we have Dwight Howard, Chris Mim, and Dezana Diop. So I'm going to take a flyer on Brevin Knight for 1 year. We're going to give him like our mid-level exception. $3.5 million. Also, if I move Ricky Davis to a small forward, his overall goes up. And if I ever want to add a shooting guard or a small forward, I could definitely do that. And I could make Dwayne Wade the point guard. I could move Ricky Davis back to shooting guard. And let's see, anybody switch up? No, Kevin Garnett re-signs with the Minnesota Timberwolves. We get Pau Gasol. Andre Kirilenko leaves Utah to go to Charlotte. So they're going to have Emeka Okafor, Andre Kirilenko. Could be a nice defense there. Steve Nash goes back to Dallas. Carlos Boozer back to the Clippers. So Dwayne Wade is up to an 88 overall after his rookie season. Pau Gasol is an 88. You have Ricky Davis at an 84. He's an OG Cav. He is the only OG Cav. I think Chris Mim as well. Dezana Diop, that is 3. I think that's it. So Brevin Knight did average 8 assists per game last year for Memphis, so I think he's going to start at the point guard spot. I think I'm going to play J.R. Smith about 20 minutes a night. Dwayne Wade's going to get 35 a night. Ricky Davis can get about 35 as well. Actually, no, he's going to get 33. Let's go 34 to Pau Gasol. And let's go 31 to a rookie Dwight Howard. But this is a really good shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center foursome. And then if you look at system proficiency under Rick Adelman, we are 3.5 star balanced. First game of the year is at the Knicks at the Garden. And we should be picking up our first win of the season on opening night against the Knicks. We are currently up by 9. We have a Dwayne Wade, Pau Gasol pick and roll. Dwayne Wade's got 23 and 10. Dwayne Wade jumper, that is good. He's got 25 and 10 now. Like I said, I could probably make Dwayne Wade my point guard. And Brevin Knight also has 10 assists in this game. That is kind of insane. Dwight's got 15 and 5 in his first game as they knocked down a 3 to make it an 8-point game. We got Dwayne Wade coming off a Pau Gasol screen. That 3 is just not going to go in, unfortunately. Oh, they got Devin Harris at point guard. That's who knocked down that 3 before. Devin Harris here on the Knicks. He's going to, I guess we're going to have this mismatch. J.R. Smith, 13 points in his debut, which is great. They're going to try to give it to Chris Bosh. Thought I got a steal there. But unfortunately, we fouled Chris Bosh, who was going to make his first free throw, and he's going to go 2 for 2. He's got 21 points on opening night. We're going to try to get Pau Gasol involved. He's guarding the much younger Chris Bosh. Let's see how the fade looks from Pau Gasol. That is no good, but J.R. Smith is right there for the rebound. Pau Gasol's got a C+3, so I don't feel comfortable about that. But he's going to get to the rim, and he doesn't finish with the right hand there. Damn, that was a good look as well. Come on, help me out. Wait. Oh my God, Allen Houston is going to miss that. Brevin Knight somehow got that rebound. He is so tiny out there. Pau Gasol is running in transition. He's going to finish at the rim with the right hand. That was so chaotic and gross. We have 31 assists to their 15 right now. They're going to try to go back to Chris Bosh. I'm there. Throw it. I dare you. I dare you, Devin Harris. Throw to Chris Bosh. Okay, well, that's on me. I'm an idiot. Luckily, they missed the 3, but Chris Bosh is right there to get it, and we're going to have to foul him. Dwayne Wade going downhill. Okay, we should be able to get Pau Gasol with Allen Houston on him. That's a mismatch. Gasol inside with the right hand. That is good. It's going to be a fun duo this year. So this is going to be year 3 of the rebuild. This should be the best year yet, even though we just lost the expansion team by 10. Okay, that's embarrassing. All right, so we start off the year 2-2. Maybe we're not going to be like an elite team by any means, but hopefully Dwayne Wade and Pau Gasol could be a very good duo together. Pacers are 3-0, and we just beat them by 30 because Dwayne Wade just had a 27-point triple-double. Also, do we have any other first-round picks this year? Yes, we do, from the Pistons and from the Raptors, so we got to keep an eye on them. Hopefully, one of those teams isn't good. The Pistons started off 2-2. The Raptors have started off 0-3. Uh-oh. All right, and the Cleveland Cavaliers have been good this year, which is great to see. We are 32-14. We are the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference. We have the 3rd highest point differential. Detroit is pretty good with Billups, Hamilton, Prince, McDyess, and Ben Wallace into the 2005 season. The Raptors, they are 7-41, and they don't have their first-round pick. Poor Vince Carter. They tried getting him some help trading for Big Z. We fleeced them. Dwayne Wade is leading the team in scoring with 20.5 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds a night. Pau Gasol is averaging a double-double. Ricky Davis, probably still on one of the better contracts in the league for what? Yeah, $5.5 million a year, is averaging 17.5 points. Dwight Howard's giving me good rookie numbers. There's J.R. Smith. So I could make the playoffs this year, and I could still get a top 10 pick in the draft. I don't think I'm going to make any trades at the deadline, but honestly, there's a chance I make Dwayne Wade the point guard for the playoffs. So Kobe wins MVP once again. Dwight Howard takes home Rookie of the Year. 13.5 points, 9.5 rebounds, 1.1 assists a night, 1.3 blocks per game. Andre Miller, 6th man of the year. Should probably go after him again in the offseason, but I think now he's a free agent. AK-47 wins Depoy. Mike Miller, most improved. He averaged 24.5 points for the expansion Bobcats. Okay, maybe their team was actually pretty good. And George Karl, coach of the year for the Bucks. All-NBA first team, you have some legends. Kobe, AI, LeBron in year number 2. Unreal season from him. Tim Duncan and Shaq. Second team, you have Agent Zero, T-Mac, KG, Dirk, and Yao Ming. Third team, Dwayne Wade in year number 2. How about that? 8.1 assists. I think I'm going to make Dwayne Wade my starting point guard next year, actually. And then we get Dwayne Wade on all defensive first team as well. That is insane. Dwight, obviously, on all rookie first team, and we get J.R. Smith on all rookie second team. And we actually just finished as the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. 61-21, an 8.8 point differential. That's kind of insane. So this is back when you won your division, you were guaranteed a top 3 spot. That's why the Nets, who were 46-36, are the 3 seed. Now, I kind of like it. I know now people might not like it as much, but honestly, it means that divisions have like a bigger meaning, right? Like you win your division, you get a top 3 spot, you get home court. It had an incentive on a division. Nowadays, divisions really don't mean much, but we are going to have a top pick in the draft. We actually made that trade with the Raptors, who were the worst team in the NBA. Oh my God. How was Pau Gasol this year for us? He averaged 19 points and 11 rebounds. Very similar to what he did last year with Memphis, but did average more rebounds a night. I think for the playoffs, though, it's time to make Dwayne Wade the point guard. I think Josh Smith is going to get the last rotational spot over Antonio Daniels. Alvin Williams was better in the second half. He's going to come off the bench. So Dwight and Pau Gasol as the front court. Ricky Davis can get 35 minutes. We're going to go 40 to Dwayne Wade, and then J.R. Smith as a rookie is going to start for us at the shooting guard spot. So we're taking on the Miami Heat. Funny enough, that is Dwayne Wade's original drafted team. They took Kirk Hinrich. And to be honest with you, we should beat this team. They do have Luol Deng, who was the 2nd overall pick behind Dwight Howard. Game number 1 goes to the Cavs. We win 110-106. Dwayne Wade, Pau Gasol combined for 56. I can't do math. That was 58. And J.R. Smith had 24 points. Game 2 goes to the Cavs. We end up winning 106-91. Dwayne Wade had 49 points in his 2nd career playoff game. Game 3 goes to the Cavs. 23 for J.R. Smith. 22-12 for Pau Gasol. Are we going to sweep them? Oh my God. What just happened? Oh my, don't do that to me. 2K, we're not doing that. So we blow the 3-0 lead. Oh my God. We win game 3, then lose game 4 by 13, lose game 5 by 5, and then we ended up losing game 6 by 13 to go to a game 7, and we won this one by 5. What just happened? But hey, I guess I'll take that. A playoff series win is a playoff series win. Dwayne Wade is averaging 29 points per game in his playoff career. Now we're taking on the Milwaukee Bucks, who are pretty good. We made that trade with them last year. And let's see, are we able to beat a Central Division team here? We do lose game number 1 in Cleveland by 7. 107-100. Game 2 goes to the Cavs. We win 116-109. Ricky Davis with 35. Pau Gasol with 28 and 10. Dwayne Wade with 21 and 10. Game number 3 is going to go to the Cavs. 108-99. Dwayne Wade with 27. We're 2 games away from the conference finals. We lose game 4. Okay. We ended up losing 125-120. Pau Gasol with 35 and 12 in this one. Game 5 is a big one. We do win it. Okay, so we are 1 game away from the conference finals to take on the New Jersey Nets, who were the worst division winner, but hey, they're in the conference finals and we're taking them on. We win in game 6. Dwayne Wade drops 32. He's on a generational run right now. So LeBron was in the playoffs as a sophomore, but they lost in 6. You have a juggernaut matchup here. The LA Lakers, who have been the best team in this video, going up against the Spurs, who probably have the best team on paper. Here we are taking on the New Jersey Nets, though. Jason Kidd, Brent Barry, Richard Jefferson, Mehmet Okur. Center spot definitely weak. They do have Andre Miller off the bench. A big Z for Andre Miller trade probably would have made sense for both teams. We blow them out in game 1. Ricky Davis has been very solid for us, honestly. Game number 2 is going to go to the Cavs. We win by 14 points here. Wade with 26 and 13. We're 2 games away. Make that 1 game away from the NBA Finals. Here we are. Can we win in 4? Yes, we can. We just swept the Nets. We're going to be taking on, is it the Spurs or the Lakers? Are the Lakers going to come back down 3-0? No, they do not. So we're taking on the Spurs. This is a rematch of what ended up being the 2007 NBA Finals, where the Spurs dominated the Cavs in that series. But we don't have LeBron. We got Dwayne Wade. We win game 1. Game number 2 goes to the Cavs. 121-94. How's Dwight been in the playoffs? He's averaging 12 and 9, 1.6 blocks. Let's see. Game number 3 goes to the Cavs. Oh my God. Okay. I guess we're going to win the finals, man. Let's go. I did not expect to win it in year number 3. Are we going to dominate them? Oh my God. We're going to dominate them. We're going to sweep them. Oh my God. We're actually going to sweep them. And we're going to win the 2005 NBA Finals. How about that? That's like a Detroit Pistons upset against the Spurs. Well, I guess they ended up losing to the Spurs. But J.R. Smith with 26. Dwight with 21 and 11. Dwayne Wade had a triple-double. And we win the 2005 Finals. Dwayne Wade averaged 27.5 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists, 2.3 steals as well. I don't want to go out there. I want to have 1 more year with this team. I think we can make it even better this offseason. So that 2005 draft was headlined by Chris Paul. So if we win the lotto, we could have a Chris Paul, Dwayne Wade backcourt with Dwight at the 5. Because if I could draft Chris Paul, I'm going to do it. Or I could trade the pick, who knows. But if we don't draft Chris Paul or get the first pick, Dwayne Wade's probably going to be my point guard. As Hakeem Olajuwon enters the Hall of Fame, Shawn Kemp gets his jersey retired by the Sonics. I'm surprised Hakeem not by the Rockets. So NBA.com has created a new mock draft. I guess we have a new website now. And yeah, you can't be a high school player entering the NBA draft. So let's see what happens here. The 2005 lottery. Oh, poor Raptors fans. All right, here we go. We could drop to pick number 5. The Bobcats end up with the 6th overall pick. We've had, you know what, some luck here in this video in the lottery. We don't drop to 5 in any of these lotteries. We've had the number 1 projected pick. Yeah, 3 years in a row. It's like, yeah, in year 1, we fell to 3. Unfortunately, this year we fell to 4, which was, I guess, our unluckiest lottery yet, but at least last year we stayed at number 1. We were able to get Dwight. So the Knicks win the Chris Paul sweepstakes. You have the Grizzlies at 2, the Jazz at 3, and us via Toronto at 4. We have the 29th pick via Detroit, and our pick at 30. So the new mocks, let's see where they have us taking. They would have us taking Danny Granger out of New Mexico. That's the Sporting News 2K. It'd be this guy out of Romania. Yeah, Chris Paul is the consensus 1.1. It looks like Darren Williams is the consensus 1.2. So I could do this trade with the Suns. I could trade Chris Mim, pick 4, pick 29, and a future first for Jamal McGlure, who's a pretty good center. It'd be a great backup to Dwight. And I get Stephon Marbury, who did average 17 points and 8 assists last year. I could get Andre Miller and Manu Ginobili from the Nets, which is pretty sweet. I also could pick up Steve Nash as well, who's really good. So Andre Miller, do I want Andre Miller? I mean, if it doesn't work out, Dwayne Wade could be the point guard. Manu Ginobili could be the shooting guard. But I could also get Mike Bibby, who's really good. I can get Steve Nash, who's really good. Let's see if I could save Vince Carter from Toronto. I would give you your pick back. I would give you 29, 30, give you a bunch of draft capital. And I would also throw you probably Chris Mim. Would that be enough for Vince Carter? Probably not, even if I throw in one more first. Just wanted to try it. What about Ray Allen for pick 4, 29, 30, and Chris Mim? Can we do that? Because Dwayne Wade and Ray Allen in the backcourt would be kind of electric. Ray Allen, 43% from 3 last year. They say no. What about if I add in one more future first for Ray Allen? they say no. All right, so I'm just going to do the Stephon Marbury and Jamal Magloire trade. Marbury's still 28 years old, and Jamal Magloire, I could probably flip as well if I wanted to. For Alvin Williams, pick 4, a future first from us, and our second rounder, which is pick 60. And you know what? I'm going to do this trade. We're going to do Magloire 29 and 30 for Pavel here from the Nets, but mainly Manu Ginobili to be the 6th man for the team. So with the 4th overall pick, the Suns took Danny Granger. It's probably what I would have done. That was a good pick, as Chris Paul goes 1. Darren Williams actually went 9 to the Magic. So free agency time, Desana Diop, I would probably... I should bring back. I want to see if I can bring in Hedo Turkoglu, though, on a 2-year deal. And for Diop, he doesn't want to come back, so we're going to renounce the rights on him. It's going to be not, I guess, the biggest offseason. I mean, I did pick up Stephon Marbury. And Shaq goes back to the Lakers. Rasheed Wallace leaves Portland to go to the Toronto Raptors. As Dwayne Wade is a 94 overall now, or 93, I should say. Pau Gasol is a 90 with the morale boost. There's Marbury going up. Ricky Davis stayed the same. Dwight goes up. Manu goes up. All right, so I think the bench is probably going to be Chris Mim getting like 12 minutes a night behind Dwight Howard. We're going to go 14 to Josh Smith, 15 to Hedo Turkoglu, who was pretty good last year for the Clippers. That's a nice pickup for us. J.R. Smith can get about 20 minutes a night, 24 to Manu Ginobili. I want to go 31 to Dwight. I want to go 33 to Pau Gasol. I'd like to go 32 to at least Ricky Davis. Okay, so I got to figure out to get more minutes to the starting 5. Like, this team is just really deep right now. So I think it's just going to be Smith and Mim are going to get like 10 minutes a night. We'll go 30 to Marbury. 33 to Dwayne Wade. System proficiency under Rick Adelman is 4-star balance. First game of the season against the Pistons. We do lose this game, but the Pistons are one of the better teams in the league. We almost came back in the 4th quarter. We bounced back and beat the Minnesota Timberwolves in the 2nd game of the season. And the Cavs are picking up where they left off last year. We are 38-8 through the team's first 46 games. We have by far the best point differential in the Eastern Conference, 13.1. The Cavs, or excuse me, the Pistons are second with 8.5. And then in the West, the Rockets are the best team there. Okay, with Steve Francis, Mike Miller, Yao Ming, Coutinho Mobley. Maybe the league is becoming more wide open. The Lakers are 24 and 22. The Spurs are good, but yeah, 23 and 21. That's not what they've been in years past. And Dwayne Wade is averaging 21.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, 7.7 assists a night, 1.9 steals, 1.6 blocks. He's been unreal. I wonder if he can actually compete for MVP in year 3. There's Pau Gasol averaging 18 and 10. Dwight Howard averaging 15 and 10 with 2 blocks a night as well, 57% from the field. Ricky Davis, 14.5 points, 5.5 assists. J.R. Smith, 13 points, 2 assists a night. He's shooting 41% from 3. Stephon Marbury maybe hasn't been as good as I would have liked. The scoring has gone down, which makes sense. Maybe I'm going to move Stephon Marbury at the deadline. Yeah, and I'm getting offered Mike Bibby. I think I might do that trade. That's a really good offer. Or Steve Nash, who I kind of love to have. And maybe Steve Nash would fit this team better because he's a good facilitator. I don't need like the high-end scoring, and it's going to cost me 1 less first rounder. So let's do that. Stephon Marbury, we're going to send Pavel and our 2010 first round pick, which is in a little bit, for Steve Nash and Scott Paget here. We're going to do this trade, Steve Nash and Dwayne Wade in that backcourt together. Oh, that's going to be a lot of fun. Just having a Steve Nash, Dwayne Wade, Ricky Davis, Pau Gasol, Dwight Howard starting 5 is elite. And then you have Manu Ginobili, J.R. Smith, Hedo Turkoglu, Josh Smith, and Chris Mim. That's elite. And LeBron James, though, in year number 3, wins MVP for the Atlanta Hawks. 25 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks a night. Chris Paul was your Rookie of the Year. Andre Miller, 6th Man of the Year. LeBron gets DPOY. Anderson Varejao, Most Improved. And Rick Adelman takes home Coach of the Year. 64 and 18. Let's go. We're going to be the 1 seed again. We don't see Dwayne Wade on All-NBA first team, but we do on All-NBA second team. 22 points, 5.5 rebounds, 8.2 assists. And he's also on all defensive first team as well. We're not going to have any rookies there. So we finished the year as the 1 seed. We were better this year than we were last year. Last year we went 61 and 21. This year 64 and 18. We had a 12.6 point differential. Shout out to the Pistons that were just as good as us. And the leading scorer was Dwayne Wade, followed by Steve Nash, Pau Gasol, Ricky Davis, Dwight Howard, and J.R. Smith. And we're taking on the Boston Celtics in round number 1 with Carlos Arroyo, Corey Maggette, Paul Pierce, Antoine Walker, and Anderson Varejao. Yeah, that should be an easy sweep. They shouldn't even win a game against us. I was going to say, if they ended up winning 1 game, I'd be upset. So round 2, though, should probably be the conference finals. We're taking on the Detroit Pistons. They were definitely the second best team in the East. 1 through 4 is elite. This could also be the second best team in the NBA. Game number 1 against Detroit goes to Detroit. They may beat us. Oh, they won by 30. Oh, Chauncey Billups with 37. Game number 2 goes to the Pistons. Are we about to get upsetted by them in round number 2? Game 3. Oh, all right. Yeah. How are we facing them in round number 2? This really should have been the conference finals matchup. And we got swept. Wow, that's kind of embarrassing. We just got swept after going 64 and 18. Is LeBron going to beat them in the conference finals? No, they sweep. What just happened? Wow, the Milwaukee Bucks in round 1 gave them their toughest test. We got swept. The Hawks got swept. And they just beat the Timberwolves in 5 in the finals. Tayshaun Prince was your finals MVP. That is an unreal run from Detroit. Okay. How are they the 4th seed? I guess, okay, we're in the same division as them. They ended up winning 59 games, but we ended up winning the division. So they got the 4th seed, which hurt us because then we had to face them in round number 2, which also didn't really make a lot of sense. So that would be the second best, like, so if there was another good team in your division, they would automatically get the 4th spot, which automatically meant you were getting them in round number 2. So I guess it's better for that because the Cavs could be the 1 seed. And if it was current day, the Pistons would be the 2 seed. So I hope you guys did enjoy that Kobe era rebuild. Let me know if you did by dropping a thumbs up. So I've done a Curry era rebuild. I've done a Kobe era rebuild. Let me know if you want to see a LeBron era rebuild. And let me know in the comments which team we should do from that era as well. Love you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.